So we're having a real deal, just thunderstorm. I love listening to the rain, so we came into the garage to kind of just watch it from the safety of the garage, but see the rain.
Hey.
Okay.
I can't do it. You know what? I think I'm just going to save everything and shut it down.
Okay.
Okay, buddy. Bye-bye.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Cuddled up on the couch.
We're FaceTiming my mom because this thunderstorm got crazy. It got real loud and real bright. It's toned down a little bit, but we're FaceTiming my mom because my mom, we both love thunderstorms, but she gets real jumpy and antsy, so she's freaking out. Meanwhile, I'm trying to keep this guy nice and calm. But it's been booming. Oh, that was a nice flash.
Dad.
Wait for it.
Dad.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah, you saw the flash of lightning? Yeah, lightning. Lightning.
Dad. Dad.
Lightning.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Oh, Dad.
Yeah, lightning. Waiting for the boom.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Dad. Dad.
Yeah.
Dad. Dad. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Okay.
Oh, that one set off a car alarm. Alrighty. Welcome back to another video, everybody. Now we're picking it right back up because we're meeting with Thomas to go play golf. And then I think I got a pretty decently busy weekend and I want to bring y'all along. We're still very much working on our golf game. Like, we are not pros. We literally come here just for the driving range because it's a public range, and we're working on making contact. But we have a good time doing it, and I really like this time to like decompress some things. Like, we were going through the day with Louisa and she was like, does this feel like too much or this, that, and the third? And I was like, no, it feels like exactly what I want to do. It feels like I need to decompress a little bit. It feels like I want to spend some time with Thomas. Do I have a busy schedule today? Yes, but it's all fine. It's really all fine. Let me prop this up here. Can I set that there? Yeah, but like I was saying, it feels good to get out here, and golfing has become something that I'm enjoying. I'm not good at it. It's very much a hobbyist thing. We're trying to get better. But my dad golfs a lot, and he's real good, and I want to be able to connect with him that way. I've always heard that good business is done on the golf course, and I'm trying to do some business. As you guys know, I've got an expansion of my brand happening. I'm building this brand of coaching and working with some high performers and helping people out, both men and couples. So, you know, sometimes it might be, let's talk it over golf. Let's talk it out over golf. And especially, like, even being an example of my own work, I tell people all the time, like, you need to have hobbies, you need to have friends. You need to have these different circles that not only you can pour out of, but also pour back into you. And that's what today's golf game is. Let me text him and see if he's here. Yeah, Louisa texted me now because she's got a meeting at 2, so I gotta be done here. Try to get back by like 1:30 so we can maybe switch out with Hatcher and she can do her meeting. She's got a meeting from like 2 to 3. Then we have our admin meeting from 3:30 to 4:30. And then I program tonight. Or I need to do programming because Hustle for the Muscle starts tonight. That's a 6-week cycle that I'm training with some people. I got like 4 new signups this morning, so I think I have a group of 10 that I'll be programming. It's a strength and conditioning block. So a busy day, but we're knocking things out. And then I'll be nice and tired when I get home tonight. But let me get out of here and get my bag all sorted out. There he is. But yeah, let me get my bag, 'cause I'm pretty sure I took a couple of these turns real quick and they probably shot to the back of the truck. But yeah, we're gonna hit the driving range. I'll show you guys some clips. If you are a golf person and you're watching this video, give me some feedback. Tell me what's wrong. I recently found out that my feet were too close, but today we continue to work on our swing. Alright, as you guys probably saw, I would say we got the large basket. 50 of it went well, 50 of it didn't go so well. Getting better with my irons. Drivers I've been decently with. I think the only thing I'm like 65, 70% confident in is like kind of where my feet go. And my hand placement, I've got this one that's got I'm pretty sure it's a fiberglass shaft on it. And it's real wiggly, so it whips a lot. So that always has to be an adjustment when I get to that one. But even more than that, just the conversation with Thomas is great. And we're gonna sit back with a couple of cigars for a second, continue to catch up, and then we go back to the business of all the other things we got going on today. All right, y'all, we back in the car a few meetings later, and we're heading to the gym for our first session of Hustle for the Muscle. Essentially, this program is a 6-week cycle. We meet Friday evenings, 90-minute workout, strength and conditioning focused. It's called Hustle for the Muscle just because that's kind of what like our franchise kind of coined it, but it's just a strength and conditioning session. So I've mentally programmed, I still got to get it all in everybody's apps and things like that, but I've mentally programmed, it's going to be 3 training blocks. You have an upper body block, a lower body block, and a conditioning and core block. And I've got a group of, I believe, 7 or 8 or so, men and women. It's going to be a good time. Today we're setting the ground rules of just kind of what's to be expected. It'll be a slower warm-up, a little bit more detailed explanation of things, and this will be the workout that we run every Friday. And then we'll have some 2 other exercises to do solo throughout the week. That'll be a lot of their accessories they can do on their own time in between. But the big movements we'll be doing as a group, where I can kind of spot people, make sure they're pushing a good amount of weight. That's what we're on our way to do right now. As you guys saw, golf was cool. I like playing golf. It's slowly but surely my game is coming together. It's gonna take time, but we're making more contact. As I kind of mentioned, it was like 50-50 with my basket. Some clubs feel better than others, but I'm keeping my cool a lot better, which is great. Instead of just getting like frustrating and trying to muscle stuff, I'm realizing that I need to use the leverage of how long my arms are and where my foot placement is, and a few other things. This is the last thing on our docket for today, and then we do have a busy weekend ahead of just hanging out with some friends, getting some workouts in, this is Memorial Day weekend, so we'll be doing some things on Monday for that with Mom and Sydney and Andrew and some different parts of the team. Keeping a busy schedule. One thing that's really cool, Luisa got this card game. It's like a relationship card game from the thrift store the other day called Fair Play. And in a nutshell, it's for like a couple to kind of divvy up the cards of who's taking the mental, physical, and emotional load between the two of you in a relationship. Everything from who's doing the family stuff, who's doing the social stuff, who's handling the finances and home things. And Luisa was excited about it because she saw like some family influencer had been talking about it. So she was like, oh, when she found it, she was great, we're gonna go through it. And we started looking through the deck the other night, and our relationship works really well. Not in the sense like there's always room for improvement, but we've been entrepreneurs together. We've been together for 10 years, we've been married for going on 5. And we communicate super well. So where she was like, oh, this is gonna be great for us to kind of read and sort through and figure out, after we've gone through it, we're like, yeah, no, our relationship doesn't work like this. And it works well, but we do understand that there are some people who don't communicate well, or one spouse does feel that it's heavily weighted in one direction, or that the emotional, physical, mental load is one-sided. So I can definitely see where it's useful, but like most things, you really got to take them with a grain of salt and do what's going to work for you, your household, your relationship, your personalities. I'm glad we got it. We may tinker with it a little bit, but it's not going to be something that we're like, okay, we got to set up time to figure this out. There may be a couple things, but we're really good. We've got some Life's Athlete planning we're doing this weekend. We just staying busy. We are in grind mode, and I'm appreciated, and I'm going to keep bringing y'all along with it. And I hope you guys are taking little nuggets from these like little car talks and in between brain dumps that I'm giving you guys, because if you can hammer all these things down, especially communication or the little habits, your life will improve. You'll look around and be like, man, things are all right. We're doing good. We're making moves. I may have talked about this on a vlog before, but one of my biggest questions that I ask people that I'm coaching or my team is, what is your stress to fulfillment ratio? Life is always gonna come with stress, always. Some of it's gonna be good, some of it's gonna be bad, but like stress will always be there. But do you feel fulfilled? Are you being stressed out by projects and things that are filling your cup back up, or that are gonna give you a return or give you more energy? And if your stress to fulfillment ratio is off, that's when you need to go to the drawing board. That's where you need to find your solitude. That's where you start asking questions, because there's gonna be stress, but it's gotta be good, and it's gotta also have a return to it. Otherwise, you're just off balance, and you're gonna be pissed off and unhappy all the time. Good morning, everybody, and happy Saturday. We are starting our day with some fitness. So I'm grabbing my stuff. We're heading to the garage. Luis is gonna start with a walk. I'm gonna start with some mobility. And then we have some full body garage training we're gonna knock out. All right, so Luis is starting with a walk. My body's a little achy, I think, from it's like earlier in the week's workouts. So I was doing some foam rolling, and I forget that I have this Theragun back from when I was doing like my recovery days, and it's super helpful. It doesn't replace foam rolling, but it's definitely like bigger muscles, deeper strains, foam rolling. But this thing, I got like variable speeds on it and stuff like that. I got a bunch of different tips for it. But the way my calves and things are feeling, I was like, you know what? I did the foam rolling. Let me pull out this Theragun and use it real quick. And it's helpful. So Luisa's got 30 minutes of walking for her warm up. I'm gonna use all that time just to loosen up my legs for today's programming. I wanna do some sprints. I don't know how I'm gonna factor those in. Probably save them for the end. Yeah, just gonna work out some of my explosive speed. My endurance I've been training that regularly. Tomorrow we have run club, so I'll definitely be working on my endurance tomorrow. But today I might try to work on just like some initial speed and power. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. I'm still trying to put everything together, but let's loosen up these legs. Take care of your calves, people. Good Lord. I have some like tenderness from the calf raises we did earlier in the week, as well as just like with me running, my right ankle, I think I've been talking about it, has been giving me problems. So really making sure like, keeping my front of my shin, my anterior tib, painfully good. Like tickles, and it's like this, like the static you feel when you like hit the corner of your elbow on something, or your elbow on like a corner or something. That's what that felt like tickled, but also painful. Luisa likes to clown me that I'm the only person she knows who vacuums their garage floor. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. But also, I lay on this, sometimes my face is on it, we be sweating, and we use our garage. Like the Mazda stays in here, the truck's outside, Goldie's over here, doors always open and closed. We've got a super hairy dog, so it does get dirty. And I'm like, if I'm gonna be working out on this thing, it does not bother me to take an extra 2 minutes to vacuum it real quick. Just so that I'm not looking at all the, like I know it's still dirty, but I'm not looking at the hair, the leaves, all those different things. It makes me feel better, makes me feel a little more like I'm working in a cleaner environment. So she can clown me all she wants to. I know she appreciates having a clean floor. 3 blocks. We've got our
2 hands.
Full body dumbbell swing and press. It's 5 rounds, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4. It'll be 12, then we'll go for a 2-minute row. Then we'll do 10, go for a 90-second row. Then we'll do 8, 1 minute, 6, 30 seconds, 4, 30 seconds. Yeah, did you eat all the strawberries? Gone. You want more? That was it. That was it.
It's all gone.
Be full body in the start of our conditioning. Then we're going for some push-pull, chest press, bent over rows, skull crushers, and then doing some sprints. I was telling Luisa that my lower body's feeling a little taxed, so this is what we're doing. It's more of an upper body, full body. so we have switched gears after workout. Battery died, so we're just kind of moving on with the day. Finished out the workout. We showered, ate food. Now we're working on some Life's Athlete stuff where Luis is on board and trying to help me just kind of sort through my thoughts. I've been using AI to help me. As we all know, AI is only as good as the prompt, but you gotta get real people feedback from those around you so that they make sure that it aligns well and that the message you're trying to send makes sense. So she's napping with Hatcher. We're actually on a Zoom call right now. We're kind of working through my documents, changing things around. And that's what the next hour and a half, 2 hours looks like until the afternoon rolls around and we get into our next activity. But I would say that if you are building something, it's super important to have a brain trust or a board, if you will, of people who love you, trust you, know what you're going for, just to make sure that what you're creating is accurate. It speaks to who the person that you are and how you're perceived, just because we have an image of ourselves, but then we also have how the world sees us. And that view and that point of view comes best from those who know us, love us, spend time with us. So I'm thankful to have a significant other who's smart, business savvy, and wants to see me be successful. So that's what we're working on currently. You say good morning.
Bye.
Good morning. Say good morning.
Bye.
What up, y'all? It is Sunday. It is us prepping to take off for Run Club. What you guys didn't see in yesterday's video was at the end of our workout, we had some sprints. And I've got a neighbor who's moving out, and he goes, "You're pretty fast." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, I was like, "One of these days I want to try you." I said, "Yeah, let me know when you're ready." That was that first sprint. Knocked out second sprint. Second sprint, pretty good. Third sprint, he goes, "Let's do it." I was like, "You sure, man? You coming out cold. We've been working out. You sure?" He goes, "Yeah, I think I got you." Pulls his phone out of his pocket. He's like, "Yeah, I ran track. I wrestled. I did jiu-jitsu. I swam for years." So he's like, "I think I could take you." I was like, "All right, bet." For me, I'm like, okay, this is the end of my workout. I've been doing these Sunday run clubs. I've been training. I've been running. I should be good. When I tell you, my man was fast. All five of him, quick. And he's somebody, he lives not directly across from us, but across and to the right. And I see him train. He has a legit gym set up. I see him run. He bikes. So I was like, I know this dude's fit. Upon getting close and shaking his hand, I was like, okay, yeah, you built. I could see you about that business. So I was ready for it. I'm pretty fast. So I was like, okay, I think I got this. Okay, down. And we're going to take off, and takeoff is fine. Well, so we go 3, 2, 1. We've been going on go. He takes off on 1, so I take off. We're about stride for stride. I was catching him, and then I was like, oh, shoot, he's running. I need to hit my next gear. I hit that next gear. My left hip flexor, my right adductor both seized up, and I was like, whoa. Immediately, e-brake, brakes, hazard lights on. So I slowed down, but it was a good race. My man is quick. Much respect to him. They're going to be moving out this next week. They're filling up their pods, and they had a moving company come out. But it was really cool because it was interesting because you never know who's in your vicinity. I've trained with a few of the dads I've made friends with in my neighborhood, but it was cool to see I had an worthy adversary across from me the entire time. Because my man was athletic, and I like to think that I am. My problem is I am not flexible. Hey, buddy, no thank you. Yeah, I'm not flexible. My hips are so tight, and even with the stretching and running I've been doing, I'm not built for max speed in this condition. So, my left hip flexor is tweaked, right adductor's tweaked. Iced it yesterday. Been cycling off of Advil. Today's run club, so it's going to be walk club for me. I'm probably going to be the one pushing the stroller. I've got a couple of coaches who've been showing up. They can lead the front of the pack. I'll be with this dude, just kind of chilling, providing the vibes, probably talking to people. Because we're still going to show up. We still show up for these things. But yeah, I didn't get that on camera. And then I was icing myself most of the afternoon. We rearranged the room a little bit because we had to move where his changing table was. But yeah, now we're heading to run club, and we kind of gotta get moving. So I'll catch y'all at the side. Thanks for coming to Run Club. 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 Woo! Another one. Oh yeah. Back from Run Club, and as I mentioned before, we've got a busier weekend, so right now we're just doing some cleaning. We vacuumed, we organized some things, we got laundry we got to get done, the sink's full of dishes, we're working on that, but we got nap time in a little bit, we got to eat, then after nap time, Sydney and Andrew coming over, we're doing the pool, because it's nice and warm today, and then tomorrow we were doing Memorial Day stuff at my mom's house, but we've invited a bunch more people, so we're moving it to our house because we have more space. So, yeah, that's kind of the plan right now. We're just cleaning. Run Club has been good. I didn't run this week. As I told you guys, my hips are jacked up. And even just walking and pushing the stroller was a challenge. So, a lot of mobility in my future. Maybe an extra acupuncture session or something. I don't know. I got to heal up before the actual 5K because I do want to run that because that's the whole point of doing all this. So, if I got to take a couple Sundays of just kind of walking, that is A-okay. But we're going to keep cleaning, and I'll see you guys a little bit later. Well, look who's up from a nap. Hi, baby boy. Comes in here and says hi to Dill. Asks for music. I'm going to turn that down real quick. Asks for one of my cars. He's just ready to go. You want the full aesthetic of Dad's office, huh? Yeah, do I need to set up a tripod for a staple shot?
Watch out.
A solid little focus sprint during nap time. Thank you for helping me out. Just trying to get all the details figured out for not only this keynote, but the rest of the business that we're putting together.
It's fun.
You said it's fun? Mm-hmm. I know, you are such an idea person and a problem solver that like, I know I've got like passion and pizzazz out the wazoo, but someone's got to keep me under control and, you know, keep the fish from getting bigger and bigger.
The fish can get as big as it wants. You just gotta describe the scales in detail.
Yeah, you're right. We're gonna switch gears and start getting ready for some outdoor activities.
Yeah, don't say the word.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say the word.
He's already got all of his things put on and...
Hey, easy there. What do we talk about? We don't throw hard things. Yeah, it's my soil meter, my moisture meter for the plants. Good morning, world. Oh man, I'm on my way to work. It is Memorial Day today, and normally, so we have a holiday schedule, so we're starting a little bit later. Normally, I'm driving to work in the dark, but it's about 6:30. Pulling up to the gym, and one thing I gotta say is, if you don't get a chance to look at a sunrise, it'll improve your day. It'll really remind you that God is good, that this life ain't bad. If you're bonus points, if you're already thinking about your gratitude and you're on your way to do something you love to do, man, it feels good. It feels real good. We've got some plans today. Once we get through the gym stuff, you know, check-ins. This is the end of week 2 for my program. And then I've got to pick up groceries. I got to bring some tables home. We've moved Memorial Day celebration from my mom's house to our house because we invited some more people, kind of took over that one. Love you, Mom. But, you know, the more the merrier. And just being grateful. I got a little stressed yesterday. The house was a mess. We had a good time going to the pool and things like that. But I'm one of those people that my space is tied to, like, my mental clarity. And obviously, living with somebody else, my wife, living with another person, my child, it's not just I'm not going to call it a mess. It's not just my evidence of life. It's their evidence of life as well. And that's how Louisa sees it. And she's like, she jokes, she's like, oh yeah, like Mack's best thing would be to live in a house that doesn't look lived in. While she's like, I like the mess. It shows that we play games and have fun and do this, that, and the third. And she's right. I'm not wrong. I just really have to learn to chill. And I am so thankful that I have my family and my friends in my life and that we do things. I mean, we make our own lives a little bit more difficult by like not using paper plates or not having napkins. So there's always dishes to be done. For those of you guys who have families, you realize that there's always laundry to be done. And when you have a toddler, it's not just like a seamless process. You can't just, I'm gonna stop this and do laundry. No, because you want to get them involved, or they want to stop you, or just things are always happening. But I just got to remember, like, just as the sun rises and the world is beautiful in certain sunlights, if you adjust your perspective, you'll realize that your world is beautiful. And I just want to start this thing out with you guys on a good note. We're gonna go help people be healthy. We're gonna cheer on the team. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna gather as family and friends today. And I hope you're doing the same thing. Alrighty, so we are back home. Picked up the groceries. I'll give you guys a quick rundown because it's not much different than the grocery haul eating tips video that I made a few weeks ago. So if you haven't seen that one yet, go look at that one. Hi, baby. Yeah, go watch that video. But differences, currently right now, Louisa's on one of our programs, so she's really aiming for volume, high protein, but not a whole lot on the fats and carbs. So we have just more vegetables. She's changed her kind of like carb base to sweet potatoes just because it's a bit more fibrous, less calorie dense. So she'll be making like taco bowls or burrito bowls using sweet potatoes as a base as opposed to the bigger flour tortilla, like burrito tortillas that we have, as well as she still has like smaller ones because we'll do fajitas now, but also in prepping and counting her macros, it's easy to have things that are single ingredients put together as opposed to like casseroles or pastas that have everything all combined into one just because you're weighing things out. She's not backing down from weighing out those more complex meals, but it's just a little bit more mental math. With that being said, fruits-wise, we got our oranges, we got our strawberries, got our grapes or staples. We've got Hatcher's Beyond products, so his nuggets and his corn dogs, we love those. Still got his broccoli cheese veggie tots. I'm looking at our Bear Bells, our burger leaf lettuce. We've got a few more things because we're having some friends and family over for Memorial Day today. So we got some stuff that we needed to prep and get some extra groceries for that. As well as we're knocking out some cleaning and things. Drizzlicious because desserts, Quest chips for snacks, eggs, egg whites, ground turkey, coffee creamer. So a lot of the same things that, like I said, we posted another video, but keeping that same intentionality of being prepped and planning what your meals are going to be for the week is super key, especially when you're having events. I want to point something out as far as in doing some check-ins with some of my clients today. I had one check-in where the lady was saying like Monday through Friday she's good, but then the weekends come up and that's where she loses everything. And which is kind of to be fair, and I slowed her down. We started breaking it down of what are the habits you maintain during the week that you tend to throw away on Sunday. Because Saturday wasn't bad, but Sunday she's like, if I don't start with tracking, I don't track anything, and those calories just go off the rails. So I reminded her that just like during the week or even Saturday, have the same breakfast. Just because you sleep in a little bit on Sunday, you go to church, does not mean that you need to modify your breakfast. It's actually even more important that you have the same, she was saying she has Greek yogurt with some granola. Great, start your day with protein. Because after church, her and her family go to lunch, but she's mentioned that she's always very ravenous at that point. If you have that meal before church of something that's high protein, you're not going to be only thinking about like, oh, I need flavor, I need food, I'm so hungry, because you've satiated yourself a bit. You can be a lot more sober going into that meal. So we talked about that, and I was honest with her. I was like, I know you have a job and that Monday through Friday is routine. You pack your lunch, all that kind of stuff. That's normal. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about those days where you go dark and you're not tracking your food and things. So again, prep and plan, huge part of it. And then this is also why we focus on daily habits, not just the randomness of certain things in prep, because if you keep the same habit Monday through Sunday, then your outcomes become a lot more predictable. And in the grand scheme of things, when we look back as to why are you in the shape that you're in, we can see the pattern of if I kept these good habits, I end up where I want to be. So we're going to put this stuff away. We're going to clean a little bit. And then I'll probably see you guys when people start coming over for Memorial Day fun. All right, it's been a little bit of a whirlwind of a morning. And I like low-key forgot that I have a coaching session right now in 2 minutes. So I had to kind of shut all that down. So I was about to start doing dishes and a bunch of other things. But I got to do this coaching session. I got to meet with John so I can get my accountability, get my mind right, get set up for success, continue to build my dreams and myself, because he's been a rock star as far as helping me do that and holding me accountable. And even coaches need coaches. Like, I am such an advocate of coaching because there's somebody who's an expert in the field that you're trying to improve in, and it's not you. So getting help and paying for it makes it all the better. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the Zoom. Maybe I'll show you guys a little bit of what our conversation is, but you know, it's a good time, and I really appreciate them. So I'm ready for it this week. These Mondays are busy, but they're great. You're gathering for the energy and the connection and the time spent. If the house gets dirty, it's signs of life in it. If it's not, those are my own little other issues of just like cleanliness and certain things being organized, and it's like, or is it just lived in? And don't think of the judgment from other people, because a lot of times they don't care.
And you already know this, but you know, like the world throws us out of our comfort zone, and for most people, it's an unpleasant experience. I say, well, haven't you realized yet the world's going to throw you out of your comfort zone? They're like, yeah, I have. And I go, so every day I'm voluntarily looking for the way to jump out of my comfort zone every day. Any opportunities for you to get out of your comfort zone every day?
Just as of right now, just continuing to push my narrative and make it known. So just putting out a message that those who are outside of my physical reach can stumble upon. Okay, so coaching call done, and this was the call I've really been waiting for. And I say that because I want to say maybe like somewhere between like 4 and 6 weeks of doing these sessions. And I fully understand, I'm a coach myself, that the first few times you talk to somebody, an hour goes super fast. I know an hour doing some things can seem super slow, but when you're having good conversation or you're teaching, an hour can go by like that. And the first few sessions of us, a lot of it's just getting the ground rules. It's learning each other and like what we aspire to be, what are the pros, what are the cons, good habits, bad habits. And I knew that we had to get through that before we got to like the coaching of me going forward. And one of the reasons why I'm working with John is because he's been in the places I want to be, and he's actually has a lot of background experience that I want to have myself. So it's super helpful that like he's on the gym, he's been a keynote speaker, he's done a lot of the things that I'm striving to do, and us developing all this groundwork is super helpful because now we both have full confidence in each other of what we're going to be able to be capable of moving forward. With that being said, this is a session where it's finally been like, he's like, I feel like I've got a good handle on you now. I know what you're striving for. I know your good habits, I know your bad habits. Now I need to know what are your goals and when do you want them done by. And I've mentioned it before that I'm building this coaching business and that there's some keynotes and events and things I'm trying to do. And today I was able to tell him like, yeah, I've got all those answers. I've actually got a Google Doc that spells it all the way out, or at least 90% of what you're asking me for, and I was able to shoot it over to him. So going forward, a lot of it's going to be now the accountability that I'm paying for, the accountability that I'm looking for, the support that I'm looking for, and it's all just going to even funnel back into you guys because your boy is evolving. I'm here to solve bigger problems, to change lives on a deeper level, and I know that, like I mentioned before, coaches need coaches, and if I've got somebody holding me accountable, it's only going to make me stronger to hold you guys accountable and help you reach your goals. So as much as I've been able to do it in a few different lower arenas, I'm ready to elevate to my highest version of myself, and I understand it. For those of you guys who feel like you're at the beginning of your development, the future you or your highest self, they're an intimidating person to meet, but they're waiting for you to keep showing up and be consistent. And I'm hyped up. Like I'm bought in. We're doing this thing, and life is gonna change. I've got things in here that need to happen, and I've got dates for them to happen, and they will. And I'm bringing you guys along with me. But now it's cleaning up a little bit before people start showing up for all this Memorial Day stuff. I think my mom might have already snuck into the house to start doing some things. But yeah, the show must go on. Great call, amped up, ready for it. I've got some homework. And now it's time to, make some connections and love on people and spend some time with my friends and family. Starting to look like we got something going on. Things are being cut and prepared. Mama's here. Hatcher's awake. Tables are out. Chairs are out. We're making progress. Text messages have started coming in that people are on their way. The watermelon is being cut. You know it's a good time when you got a fresh watermelon. So yeah. Fresh, sweet watermelon, yes. We were having the conversation about like Mom, you can confirm this or co-sign this about out here. We're gonna end up. You're now the grandma who facilitates the family getting together.
That was the weirdest adult change. When you are like the one who facilitates the family.
Yeah, like you're now the grandma we gather around to make sure the family gets together and stuff like that. Like obviously we're using our space, but like, you know, keeping the traditions of getting together and things like that. So, you know, where we used to be the kids and cousins who show up, we're now the aunties and uncles.
That's so weird.
Yes.
But it is what it is. It's the evolution of life, and it feels good. As a family goal, we really try to make, like, this is one of our things of having an open door policy and people knowing this is a safe space to be at and that we're kind and generous, and, you know, we all love bonding over food. And because we're also fitness people, we like bonding over meals that you can track.
Healthy meal. No, I'm just dying to taste that. What do you call that? Ibarra?
Birria?
Yeah.
That is not a healthy meal.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's a lot of
I
fat
know
in that,
it's not, and it's not one that but I do want to taste it, but it's not something I will add to
I was
my.
saying that.
I was like, yeah, that's the one that's gonna be real hard to
I
count.
want to taste it.
But I'm sure there'll be plenty of food.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind when we rewind. Feels so nice, we time. You know how to make me feel right. I can't help how this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes.
Yo, that was so much fun. I love my people, and as stressed as I get putting together these events, I have so much fun, and I have a lot of people in my life right now who want to hold good conversations or are past the point of being too cool for school, so we can laugh at each other. They're not afraid to meet new people. I would say we had a house of maybe like 5 couples, like my sister and my mom, some of her friends, some of my friends, and it was just awesome. We played this game called We're Not Really Strangers, and it's a 3-tier like card game, but essentially it's just like the first level of it, like cards number 1 are perception, cards number 2 are connections, and like cards number 3 are like depths or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but essentially we just did like pull a card, like read the question and ask somebody to answer it, and it went around for some good times. Like it was some fun stuff. Some people decided to get a little dicey and go after others they didn't know. Others went to their significant others about questions that just made it kind of more funny. We got to a point of where like some deep answers came out, and I love good, clean fun, and it was an awesome time. We had great food. As you guys saw, like kind of the people kind of pouring in. I didn't even get everybody showing up. Didn't really get us playing the games and stuff, because I just want to be, I've signed up for this camera in my face. Not everybody else has. Most of my people are so open and willing to do it, but also, you know, you got to find the balance of living in the moment. And today, we wanted to live in the moment. Luisa's putting the hatcher down. I'm pretty sure she'll pop out a little bit later, but I'm going to wrap this thing up here. This was a good weekend vlog, and tonight I'm finishing the vlog that you guys are seeing before this. It was a weekend of life, and I've got a lot of content I got to cut through. I want you guys to watch it. Yes, it's going to be long, but there's segments in it that are going to give you guys some value, and that's the whole reason why I'm here. I make videos because I want to document my process. I want you guys to have a point of reference, and more importantly, I don't want to be the dad who goes, back in my day, I was this, that, and the third. I've got video evidence for Hatcher that his dad was making moves. He was changing people's lives. He was dropping gold and dimes and nuggets all the time for everybody out there. So if you're along for this ride, y'all, stick with me. If you want to see something better, leave it in the comments. Like, that's the feedback I can read through to get better for you guys, give you some content that you want to see, as well as it helps your engagement, you know what I'm saying? It puts my face in front of those who need to see my face and hear my voice. So I'm going to close it out here. If nobody said they love you today, I love you, and keep being the best you, because the world needs that, and I'll catch you in the next one.